minute, who's the new drummer?
I thought he was the keyboard player.
No, it looks like he's the drummer. So, Luca.
Veramente difficile.
Veramente? No, molto semplice.
Anche un
Molto
tre quarti?
semplice. This is Luca Scarpa, by the way. In some bands, the drummer isn't necessarily the best drummer in the band. So, in our case, Luca is a much better drummer than I am. So we decided
But you're the keyboard player, so.
Yes. Exactly. So we decided that Luca's going to play the tour, and we're going to swap instruments, and I'm going to be over there.
You play the Hammond?
I'll play the Hammond, and you'll play the drums. So from now on, I'll be over here, okay? This is my domain. I'll show you my new gear. Where's the volume pedal? I don't know where my volume pedal is. This is my little organ. I also have this with all the buttons and knobs on it. I'm not sure what it does, but if you're on a big, expensive tour like this, you better bring a rack like that full of buttons and knobs. It also has lights and numbers on it. Here are some numbers. This is number 1 right now. And here are other displays and lights, and here are very complicated looking parameters and things like that. So I use that mainly for show because I don't know what it does. Here is my red keyboard. I have a red one too. It has knobs and dials on it. And here there's lights blinking on this one. Can you see that? Get a close up. See these lights blinking? It's very important. If the lights aren't blinking, it's not working. Here on this keyboard I also have a lot of numbers and letters. And here there are parameters, and with these knobs you can change pretty much anything, you know, reality basically. Can you please show everybody what you use?
Well, the main thing I use is this one, which is the main instrument that I play, and it sounds like this, you know.
That is a very cool instrument.
As you said before, the most important thing is the blinking red light.
Yeah, you definitely have a red light blinking.
Exactly, because if it's not blinking, it
doesn't
work,
do anything.
You know.
Exactly. You know, this is really the future of touring, because
Exactly.
if everyone here had an instrument that size,
Yes, also
we wouldn't need trucks.
Yeah. Yes.
Obviously, size matters.
Yes,
and
of
the
course.
smaller, the better. Look,
Exactly.
that's
Here we go.
amazing.
Then-
And show us other tiny little pieces of equipment you have, please.
We have this one, you know,
Okay.
because and we can filter the sound from the iPad.
That's pretty damn cool. That sounds like the soundtrack to Tron.
Exactly. Obviously, the iPad is digital, but we try to recreate the sound of, you know, analog models and systems.
Yes. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like big words to
Me
me.
neither, but it's very cool. To
Exactly.
say, you know.
From
I'm
here-
monitor, yeah.
Nobody could guess that there's a TV hidden behind this black or in this black
And
box.
that's how we gamble the people, you know. It's
So
we watch TV, and
while you're on
while
stage,
we're playing,
you're really not paying attention to the audience
No.
or to the music. You
No.
just watch TV, right?
and that's why I always stay like this, because you know my eye
Yes,
is going there.
exactly.
So why I play like this?
there
Because
you go.
something happened in TV.
You're smart.
important,
He's
yeah.
smart. I need a TV too.
Yeah.
What's this thing? Is this? I saw is minimizing equipment is obviously very
Exactly.
important.
Yes.
So you have a tiny little amp here.
Yes.
What is that for?
Well, it's for I think it's for Gianna's violin.
Is it a tiny violin?
Yes,
It's about
more
that
like
big.
the,
Okay.
If a normal violin is like this,
Yes.
usually the amp is like this, you know.
Exactly.
So you have to scale everything.
Yes.
So the violin, it's probably,
About that big.
Yeah.
Yes. Maximum.
About Talia's instruments.
Oh, look
we
at this
have- we
giant
have this.
keyboard. Yeah. Wow. Look at that.
This is the grand piano,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. This
So-
looks pretty.
Yes,
massive.
it's bigger than you
Compared
know.
to your keyboard.
Yes, of
this
course,
is a
but
giant.
This is a grand piano. I mean,
Of course,
You know?
yeah.
So
So it seems like your drummer is the only one who's living in the past. I mean,
Yes.
look, because these drums look big to me.
he wanted to be vintage and wanted to be different in a way.
I
And
see.
so he chose a very, very big kick drum.
Yes.
Which is bigger than than a normal drum
true.
set.
That's true.
And that's why it's a study.
Yeah.
There's a reason. I think there's a reason. I'm sure.
You know
about
what
that.
may also be the reason? A lot of drummers, I think especially, have inferiority complexes. At least they want to look important
great,
and
yes.
big on stage, so they just bring
Yes.
big drums. I
Exactly.
think that explains this drum set, because obviously your drummer,
Yeah.
who's Luca, he has obviously a big inferiority complex.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Which is this makes sense because as you can see, he put all the cimbals,
On the outside
on the side of the drums
to make it look bigger.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's an optical illusion.
And also he put this.
Yes, to make it look taller.
Exactly.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Gianluca.
Tell me. No.
We were just talking to Davide Ferrari over here
Uh-huh.
and to Luca about minimizing the size of the equipment, because Davide has a tiny keyboard. The other Davide also has a tiny keyboard.
Yeah.
And there's a tiny amp. There's a lot of really tiny pieces of equipment, and I know that you also scaled down for this production.
Uh-huh.
And you're bringing a very small monitor disc with you. Is that
Okay,
true?
perfect.
It's tiny. No, I mean the one you have is tiny. Is it?
Yeah.
No. Is it big?
Yeah. Well, tiny.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
The one you have is tiny.
I like always bigger.
You like bigger? But
There's a reason for everything. Usually you say that for example, if you have a big car, you have a small dick. And that's why we have all mini stuff,
of course, that explains it, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Only the drummer has obviously. From here, they're only about this big. Look.